Good morning, people of Zimbabwe. I am just responding to what Tendai Biti, Chamisa, and Nube did in America. I'm just responding to that because I am really disturbed by such a call which was made by biti to say Zimbabwean sanctions should stay until Zimbabwe has got free and fair elections. We tend to forget one thing, biti, that being free, it means that I am free from poverty as well, or from being hungry as well. When I choose, I am choosing better policies of a political party. And I am not choosing because I am hungry. No. If I am choosing because of my stomach, it means the elections are not free and fair. They're not free and fair because my stomach pushes me to choose. So I will not look at your policies. No, I'll be looking at the food that you're going to give me. And later cry tomorrow because your policies, I never looked at them. What you should be advocating as you leaders is the removal of sanctions upon the land of Zimbabwe so that the people can have access to cash, people can enjoy and choose freely who can lead them. That's what you should advocate for. I am not a fan of ZANU-PF. I have never been. But I want people to be okay in Zimbabwe. Ordinary citizens of Zimbabwe. Look at you, gentlemen. You guys have got access to cash. Your families are not starving at all. You're making money. What about a child in Binga who has got a father who does not have a job at all? And they cannot access any cash. They have no school fees. Have you thought about them when we were sitting there in America addressing those people there? Have you thought about them? No. To you guys, it's all about power. Who should rule? Who should sit in that seat where Mnangagwa is? That's all. It doesn't matter who sits there as long as I'm not a fan of him. Doesn't matter that he has got better policies or whatever. I will advocate his removal. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. What I'm simply saying, do not do it for ZANU-PF, but do things for the people of Zimbabwe. What kind of an opposition party that advocate for sanctions to be more upon the land of Zimbabwe so that the citizens of Zimbabwe can suffer more and vote for them? That's a wrong weapon that you're using for. That's a wrong weapon that you're using. We are not. You can't. You're playing us as if you're playing chess, man. Come on, guys. A person who cares about people, advocate for the change of people, for their lives to change. A person who cares about children, looks after them. Let's quote, for example, when David was called to become a leader of Israel, he was there looking after the sheep, which means makwai akanga akaguta aiendesa makwai kune mafuro asati adaidzwa. Vakatadza kutodaidza kuti ndai munomudaidza auye because I feed the makwai. I feed the makwai. Muri kuda kuti makwai imi munoda kutungamira makwai acho asi musingamarakidze kune mvura. What type of leaders are you guys? You take us for granted, man, you guys. Honestly speaking, you guys should be banned from the land of Zimbabwe because you are killers. Dangerous people. Dangerous people. Power hunger. You are hungry of power to the point that you go and sit in America and talk about the suffering of ordinary Zimbabweans, that they should suffer more. That's being hungry of power. I am part of opposition parties. I have got an opposition party that I support myself. But if that opposition party does not care about ordinary Zimbabweans, honestly, I'll speak against it. Because it is only about ordinary Zimbabweans, not about you guys. Mnangagwa can do whatever that he wants. He can fly to any country. He has got access to money. He's making money. By putting more sanctions upon the land of Zimbabwe, he will not suffer. He will not feel any pinch out of it. Look at Robert Mugabe. How many things that he have, but under sanctions. He's living, his children are living all over in the world. But they were under sanctions. So who suffers more? It's an ordinary Zimbabwean. Gentlemen, I'm sorry to say this, but you don't care. What you only think about, I must rule. Me, I must rule. Me, I must rule. If you want us to be a better country, please advocate for the removal of these sanctions upon the land of Zimbabwe so that ordinary citizens can have access to cash, can have access to a better life, can have a better life and vote and choose freely. Chamisa, if God says you're going to rule, you're going to rule. You don't force it, no. If God says you're going to be a president of Zimbabwe, you don't force it. You're going to be there. Wait patiently and look after God's people. Then you rule. What you are simply doing and showing us right now is another side that we never thought you are, of being hungry of power. Honestly speaking, watching Tendai Biti speaking there and say this should be the conditions. To hell with you guys.